It's Adrian Bowe, Super Coach, CEO of Adrian Bowe Training and Auctions, and also Chief Auctioneer for NGU, the Teslan Group. I'm coming to you with my weekly auction market wrap for the 2nd and 3rd of August 2025. Now, throughout the nation this week, we had 1,710 auctions. Last week, also, the clearance rate throughout Australia was 68.5%. Really good to see those clearance rates holding up near that 70% mark. Very encouraging. The home value index came out given that the month of July has just passed, and CoreLogic does produce it. CoreLogic have now rebranded to Totality, and this HVI, or home value index if you like, is an outstanding metric. It really is like the Dow Jones of the property market. It talks to us about the national value of homes throughout the nation. Given that the residential real estate sector throughout Australia is worth $11.3 trillion, what it is telling us with the data that just came out for July, in that the period of July, we saw an increase of 0.6% in the national value of residential property throughout Australia. Now, that's the 6th month in a row that we've seen growth throughout prices. So if anyone asks you, how's the market? All you need to do is quote objective data, which is that throughout Australia, we have seen increased growth for 6 months, and in July was 0.6%. Now, also the good news with the HVI for the month of July is that every capital city did experience growth. We have seen in the past where only the majors do, cities like Brisbane and Melbourne and Sydney, but all of them, all the capital cities saw growth. So very, very encouraging there. Now, with the stock levels or inventory levels, if you like, what we've actually seen is a 19% decline based on a 5-year average for this period of time of the year around winter. So that's what's fueling the market, in addition to a lower trajectory of interest rates. So to have a 19% reduction in stock levels for a 5-year average for this time of year is talking to us a lot about why we're starting to see higher clearance rates. And if we start to see a continuation of rate reductions, which is likely, we will start to see just a modest rise in pricing. I wouldn't get too carried away, because the supply and demand factor will come into play and we will start seeing more stock. But if you can just call it a modest pace in the increase of pricing, would probably be the best description. Right, taking you back to the weekend that we just conducted auctions for, and that is for the newly branded NGU, the Teslan Group in Quakers Hill. 𝐻𝐢𝐦𝐻𝐸, my co-auctioneer, doing a great job on and off the field. Conducted 2 auctions on Saturday the 5th for Ronald Ramirez. One of them was 330 Bangarrabee Road in Blacktown. That sold for a terrific result of $1,020,000. Well done. That was 4 registered bidders for a 3-bedroom home. And also selling 21 at 17 Kilbenny Street in Kellyville, and that sold for $385, also with 2 registrations. That was a ground floor entry level apartment there. Then myself, as chief auctioneer for the Teslan Group NGU Quakers Hill, I conducted 3 auctions for Josh there, which all sold, taking the business there to a clearance rate above 90%, which is always holding firm between 90 to 100%, which has got to do with a lot of over communication with buyers and sellers, terrific marketing, terrific presentation, and just following that impervious process of the auction system. So we had 56 Penley Crescent in Quakers Hill selling over the reserve there for $1,285,000. A great result. 7 registrations, beautiful home, well appointed. And then we had 19 Bonacordo Road, also in the core market of Quakers Hill there for Josh. And that was a referral from 𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 there, one of the team members of Josh, who did door knock that and referred that that. So great to see all these referrals come in from the team members. 3 registrations, $1,075,000, which is over reserve price. And then we had 88 Carroll Crescent in Plumpton. That set an all-time new record for a 4-bedroom townhouse with 3 registrations selling for $855,000. So, hope you enjoyed the market wrap. God bless, live with virtue, and I'll see you next week.